Game 3. And we have the Phillies traveling to Phoenix today to go against the Diamondbacks. And this should be a good game. You got the Phillies who are up 2-0 right now. But, you kind of figured that because, you had a Philly team that was destined to make sure that, they got back to Phoenix with the upper hand, that they weren't going to be like the others and drop the first 2 games to a red-hot Diamondbacks team. They played this team as if it was the world championship, and that's exactly the results that they got for playing with max effort, where they go ahead and absolutely just cook. And pretty much they leave Philadelphia with an advantage of 15-3, pretty much. They screwed. That's how it was in the first 2 games. So pretty much literally they went ahead and had a close one the first game, and then the second game they absolutely crushed the Diamondbacks. And the Diamondbacks are looking to you know, save face a little bit, but at the same time too, the Diamondbacks know that this was going to be a hard series. This wasn't going to be like the previous series where you had a Brewers team that was fresh off of 2 weeks sabbatical after they won the division, and then you didn't have a Dodger team that was on 5 days of rest that overlooked you. Now you go against a team in the Phillies that understand that you're the best team that we're playing at the moment. So that's why they've been able to dominate in this series the way that great teams are supposed to dominate the series. And Philly looks like the team that's going to win the World Series this year. They truly do. We got a great series going on in Texas right now with the Astros and the Rangers. And the Astros are the defending champions. But at what point of the year have they really looked like the defending champions? They look like a team that has really been able to just put it together at the right time to get themselves in the right position, win these games the way that you're supposed to win these games, and take care of their business. That's exactly what they've done. And then you have a team in the Rangers who are kind of playing with house money at this point right now. But they've played well enough. They have the talented roster that puts them in position to be here as well too. But the Phillies just leagues ahead of everybody, in my opinion. You got Trey Turner, a table setter, and then you got the biggest star in all of baseball, Bryce Harper. I do not care what anybody says about Shotanis and J Rods and all these foreigners that everybody's in love with. When it comes to who is the best player in baseball for your dollar, it's Bryce Harper. And Bryce Harper has shown this throughout the playoffs, and he's shown this throughout the last few years as well too. And him going to Philadelphia really upped his status as a great baseball player. It was never going to happen like that in DC. It just wasn't. Just DC always felt like it was somewhat of a stopgap between the rest of your actual career. Because I know that they tried. They tried to put around a great team. Steven Strasburg was also a prodigy as well, too, coming out of high school or coming out of San Diego State. And everybody was so excited about having Strasburg. He was one of Tony Gwynn's players as well, too. So there's a lot of things that play into the part of what the idea that they had for the Nationals moving forward, but it never came to fruition like that. By the time they won a title, Bryce was already with the Phillies. So, I truly do feel that the Phillies are in position to really exceed all expectations, but they cannot overlook this Diamondbacks team for anything. And I truly do feel tonight, the Diamondbacks are going to save some face. They're going to have a great crowd behind them yelling and screaming and keeping them motivated throughout the night. This is probably their best chance to win a game in this series. And if they win a game, that's all they need. And then you get yourself another game tomorrow. But you do not want to get 3-0 down. You just don't. You just don't. For your conscience, for your energy, for everything. Because once you go down 3-0, the excuses start coming out, and guys in those nagging injuries start coming to the forefront. So you don't want to be in that mentality, especially with the team that's playing with house money the way that Arizona is playing with house money at this point. So I like Arizona tonight. I think that they should be good in this game, and I'll give you my bets at the end of the show when we get to talking tickets. So let's move